where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Carr now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now Carr. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And time to give some credit to the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
From the 9, 2nd and 5.
Here's Carr to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Play action. Now it's Carr. They'll roll him out right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Carr going to go on 4th down. And, it'll be intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
With a play fake, and now here's Hal to throw it.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Hal to the air on 1st and 10. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Faking the handoff. Howell.
Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
We're scoreless.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
They run it again with Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. To throw, it's Carr.
Through the middle of the field. Down inside the 10.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 44 yards.
And the Saints post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Eluding the pressure right. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, 57 yards.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Now, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. He's to the 15. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Now, there's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Juwan Johnson, 93 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
Oh, just a desperation heave there, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to take this down to about the 17.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Carr now to throw. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill from 17 yards out.
And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Carr's throw caught by Olave.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a 2nd and 2.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Throwing now is Carr. Trying to lay one up deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way 30 now, 1st and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr.
And that one's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Carr. He sets up the screen to Jones. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the left hash, this from 46. And it bangs swings off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel.
Down the right sideline, inside the 10.
And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Howell and the Commanders come up now, 1st and 10
at the 34. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
56.
Off play action. It's Howell.
Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he's brought down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Open man is Samuel, complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Howell looking to throw again.
Flush to his right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders have moved out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Carr gonna throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
A nice job of bodying him up defensively.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On play action, now Carr.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now a play fake. Carr. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now at FedEx Field.
It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. Here's 2nd and 7. Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Powell throwing on 3rd down here.
Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson.
Materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Howell's throw taken in by Samuel. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 56 yards. And the Commanders use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. So now Washington will again go for 2. Howell throwing for it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need.
And got his man, complete.
And out across midfield, down to the 45.
On first down, Carr.
He completes it to Olave.
Touchdown.
Chris Olave.
45 yards.
And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Now Howell.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down and an exhale there as they convert on fourth. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Caught by Turner. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Middle. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. They run with Thomas. And he will have a Commanders first down, and that should just about do it. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. 2nd and 6. He's going to get it again, just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 3rd and 6. Al now to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So a victory here for the Commanders. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long from our nation's capital.